Oh. Oh shoot, it was you.
You know, when Peter Parker first got bit by that radioactive spider, he probably should have realized his life was going to be pretty shit. And things don't exactly get much better when he dies. From getting shot in the head by the Punisher, whatever the hell this is, falling to your death, or, electricity, falling to your death proper, doing it again, and again. By the looks of it, when he actually gets to you, probably getting ripped to pieces by Monster Rock. Seriously, look. Getting killed over and over again by Deadpool. Getting eaten by an inheritor. Getting eaten by an inheritor. Getting eaten by an inheritor. Yep. Uh-huh. Again. Oh, well, not really caring much for this one. This one really freaked me out. I could care less if he's dead. Venom. Dying in Ultimate Spider-Man. Becoming a zombie, but, the zombie. Getting vaporized. Whatever killed him in this What If. Infinity War, because that's the whole reason why this video is being made, to get girls to stop complaining. This movie, this other movie, this TV show getting canceled, this show getting canceled, this What If, police suicide, suicide by cop, and this!
Please, someone! I'm going to die.
Number 5. Superior Spider-Man. I know what you're thinking. What's so horrifying? Well, he kind of gets beat to death in somebody else's body. Like, beat to death horrifically at the point where one of his eyes is hanging out. And none of his family seem to be able to tell that whoever's in his body is completely different. Sure, friends like Mary Jane notice, but Superior Spider-Man also ruined Spider-Man's reputation and committed atrocities in his name. Mainly murdering supervillains, I guess. Number 4. Morlun beats him to death so he can eat him, then gets killed himself. So Spider-Man is dying from spider cancer, and Morlun wants to eat him before he's proper dead. Eventually, it leads to a fight where Spider-Man eventually seems to gain the upper hand, but it was all for naught, because Morlun wasn't feeling anything. He rips out his eye and eats it. And then Spider-Man is beaten within an inch of his life and taken to the hospital. Yeah, his mother couldn't even recognize him. So he mutates into a weird spider thing and kills Morlun, and I'm pretty sure ate him. And then succumbed to his injuries and died in Mary Jane's arms, and then came back from the dead later. Number 3. Just let this play out. I don't even have any words I need to say for this.
Crawl your last wall, Spider-Man. It was bound to come to this someday. What a lovely couple. A shame I didn't bring my camera, but I'll always remember you just like this. Goodbye, Spider-Man. I'm going to miss outsmarting you.
Number 2. Oh, God. This one's a double whammy. You know how I had a Deadpool killing Spider-Man as an honorable mention? Well, this one is a tie between... So Deadpool and Spider-Man have almost a bromance going in the comics, or at least nowadays. But that wasn't always the case. In Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, Spider-Man gets his brains blown out by Deadpool. And in Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe again, he gets the Venom symbiote, and he decides to attack and eat Spider-Man. I mean, for God's sakes, look at his mutilated corpse. Look at it! Look at it! And number 1. disclaimer, if you guys are not a fan of gore, violence of war, and terrible, awful cannibalism, this is not a video you'd like to watch. Alright, number one, no, seriously, if you guys want to leave now, go find like a more child-friendly Spider-Man video to watch with your kids. Okay, I see your point. Number one.
So stop me if you heard this one before. Peter Parker's spider sense tingles, right? He realizes his friends, his loved ones, are in danger because, I don't know, the Sinister Six are attacking. So he runs off to go get changed. But suddenly, a zombie Spider-Man comes in and kills the Sinister Six. Yeah, shocking, right? Instead of something cool like Spider-Man coming in, defeating the zombies, and revealing himself to Mary Jane and the others and, being embraced, instead he just sat there on a wall, waiting for Sandman, and Sandman did the unthinkable. So Sandman beats him up a bit in the alley, but then he goes inside of Spider-Man through his mouth and burst out. Yeah. And the worst part is, he has a serious murder boner now. Like, seriously. I know the quality is terrible, but try to read the text. He loves it.
I have so many questions. First of all being, why?
Can it get any worse, you ask? Yes, it can. This is somebody's fetish. Dead serious, this is part of war. Somebody was probably masturbating to it. And it gets worse. Peter's friends are all dead. The zombie Spider-Man is pissed because he killed all the Sinister Six to, save them. And the zombie plague is now brought to this new reality. Great. Now, I grew up reading 1970s Spider-Man comics, like when I was 3 to 6, and this Spider-Man was that Spider-Man in an alternate reality, so that kind of hit me hard when I was 10 and saw this horrific image.
Spider-Man looks like the equivalent of like one of those Spider-Man balloons, like fairly life-size ones. Once it's popped, I mean, God, it's just gross, and nasty, and spooky. So yes, for all you girls who like to complain about Tom Holland's death in Infinity War, just from one Spider-Man to, I guess not really another, but a bunch of girls, it could always be worse. So please, stop holding your Tom Holland memorials. If anything, hold a memorial for one of these many dead Spider-Men.